Alright, so, now that I'm recording, let's see if I can kill, one of Odin's birds. Missed, but this is probably the right spot for it. Yeah, I don't know if the last cipher is up ahead, or... Okay. Yeah, I've gotta preempt it. I'm mostly just trying to make sure that I'm in the right section of the path. And now? Nope. And now. Nope. Maybe here. Now. There we go. It's gonna take a while to kill all those ravens. There are a lot of them. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna look around. We're gonna explore the lake bed, see if there's anything that I've missed. I feel like we're supposed to be able to lower the water at a later date or do something. Have I?
That's some statue. Who built it, you think?
I do not know.
Have I been up there? One of the things is I do actually want to figure out how to get back to the witch. Yeah, did I go up that way? Oh, no, there's a gold...
I wish we could have gone on a trip like this with Mother. She could fight, couldn't she?
Yes, she fought beautifully.
Actually, there's a cave underneath Odin. Let's go... Oh, wait, no. I was gonna quickly swing around. I saw a couple of barrels in the water, and I figured I'd wreck them, considering they're loaded with hack silver. I wonder if the barrels actually respawn. Probably not. But yeah, let's grab the barrels as we go by for a little bit of cash.
Did you see something out there? That tower.
I see no tower.
Maybe I'm seeing things.
No, you're not seeing things. There's an outline of like a tower or something at the edge of that. Okay.
So, know any good stories to pass the time?
What kind of story?
I don't know. Mother always had stories. Weren't you told me when you were a boy?
There was a man I knew of long ago. His stories were brief and purposeful.
Sounds fun. Do you remember any?
There was one that concerned a hare and a tortoise.
Like the witch's house?
Unlikely.
So what happens?
They wager on a race between them. The hare is too confident of victory and foolish, while the tortoise is steady and disciplined. The tortoise wins.
You haven't told a lot of stories, have you?
That was the first story I ever told. I think it was a 5 out of 5. Shut up, boy. Do not question me. Do not question my storytelling skills. Oh, this is how we get back to the witch's cave. Alright, I wanted to go back and check. Because we've lowered the water level considerably. I don't know if that includes the witch's cave or not, so I wanted to go swing by and see if I could actually get to some of those things. Also, see if there's a gate I could grab. It's kind of stupid that you can't go both ways on the gates. Hopefully, you get the ability to go back and forth between. But mainly, I'm glad to know that I do have a way back. Even if it's not going to be, the most fruitful of ventures. I always am, whenever I, like, start one of these sessions...
Hey, we can dock here.
Okay, so I don't even have to go very far to get to that, and that'll let me warp back, which is good. But yeah, it always...
Huh?
The water dropped.
When the serpent rose. Right. I knew that.
It's not gonna let me get past. We don't know how to deal with that weird horror stuff. Well, that's okay, that's why I got this thing. Whoop. I've never even used one of these before. It does look like, I might be able to warp to and from. We'll see. Maybe it's an upgrade we get. Do we go through? Okay, I guess it just had to load for a bit. See, when did I get this power? Oh!
Look at this place. This must be a branch of the World Tree.
Boy, stay on the path.
Right, I know.
We jump.
Really?
What? I thought we weren't supposed to.
Bad idea!
I thought we weren't supposed to. You were warned not to stray off the path. Nice job. Nice job, Kratos. Real good planning there. I like the animation, though. Okay, hopefully we get the ability to go back and forth between different areas in the future, though. Okay, so. Now that that has been thatted, let's keep looking around. I bet there's also a fair amount of stuff I haven't done with, like, the temple itself. Maybe. No, it looks like this is gated off. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I can get back to the witch's place. You need the ciphers to unlock Muspelheim and Niflheim. Well, I've got to find one more bit for the cipher, and then we're almost good. Why the game is good. You're told not to jump, but you can jump. I like the fact... The attention to detail in this game is definitely really well handled. You can do a lot of dumb shit just because. Let's see. I can...
Got any more short and purposeful stories from it?
Very well. There was a horse. The horse sought vengeance upon his enemy, a stag. But he could not kill the stag alone. The horse met a man, a hunter, and made a deal. He took the man's bit and bridle and allowed him to ride in a saddle on his back. Together, they killed the stag, and the horse tasted victory. But the hunter would not release the horse, and made a slave of him.
So getting revenge cost him his freedom. Hope it was worth it.
It was not.
That sounded a little bit more autobiographical. This is my favorite way to row, by the way. Just entirely based on twitching forward. You can actually push the boat forward. It doesn't work when you turn, but it works in other cases. Okay, I'm actually gonna go back here. We had one of those rifts that kicked my ass earlier, but I've gained 2 levels since. And I want to see if I could take it on again. I was definitely having a lot of trouble last time. Maybe not so much this time around. Can I level this thing up? Nope. Oh, we should probably go to skills. Bow. How much are these? 500. Oh, that's dirt cheap. Hell yeah. Light arrows have explosions. I mean, I pretty much want to buy all of these. Greater amount. Yeah, let's go greater amount of stun. The AoE explosion would be nice, but I'm very rarely fighting large groups. All right. So this time. Okay. I gotta pay attention. Because they do have... They do have counterable abilities, but only one. Not an often thing. And I'd love to parry these guys, but I don't think I want to risk it. So I'm not going to here. Now I do... Ow. Okay, holy shit. I was a 1-2.
I'm coming to you.
Pretty sure these short and purposeful stories are Aesop's fables. Yep, they absolutely are. Oh, have I summoned the wolves yet? No, I haven't. They'd actually be lovely for this. Oh, and we're back here. But yeah, I'll, the stories are both autobiographical for Kratos, and also, they're autobiographical for Kratos, but also Aesop's fables. They chose them kind of well-ish. Okay, so it looks like I can only summon... I can only summon the wolves occasionally. Ow. Whoa!
On my way.
No, Daddy. I haven't... No. Anyway, why not use Spartan Rage? They're a little strong still. And so, I know I can beat them. I do a lot more damage now. I just have to... This is kind of practice. I haven't played in a couple of days. This game is difficult, and I've been sick. So I figure I'm gonna just trial by fire my way into victory. Yeah, the redhead's just not parryable. I don't think they are. I don't think anything is. I've forgotten how to throw my axe. But yeah, I was gonna wait until my Spartan Rage maxes out.
I'm not ready.
And then I was going to mess with it. They've kind of desynced from each other, it's the problem. Nope, not that one. Oh, I must have taken a hit at some point. Okay, well I guess this would be the spot for a Spartan Rage then. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more and I'll have max rage. Okay. This is a good spot. Wait, that was it?
Almost there.
Because if I could just kill one of these guys... This gets so much easier. Come on, just a little bit more. Okay, he's hitting me. He's hitting me while I'm charging my skill. Okay, got him? Got him. Oh, that was close. That was bad. That was a bad time, sort of, but that's okay. There he goes. Woo!
Our enemies are strong.
Oh, Rage acts like a temp health bar that absorbs damage for you. One of them hit you and drained 75% of the bar. That's why it went poof so fast. I was wondering. I was like, wait a second, I barely hit them. But I must have just taken a random side swing from the guy on the side. Okay, well, I mean, that was worth it. Even if, it was a bit rough. Okay. Where do the ice wolf arrows come from? They're light, and they're, you get them from Alfheim. Why is the sun immune to all damage? They're still going with the trend where companion characters don't have a health bar, because it's so much harder to program. Having, like, a AI companion character.
Want to try another story? It can't be any worse than the last one.
Very well. There was a tale of a frog. His pond had dried up, so the frog and his son left to find a new home. They found a well. The son saw the water and made to jump in, but the father stopped him. He saw the well was deep, and once inside, they would not be able to escape if the water dried up again. Wisely, they moved on.
That's it?
Yes.
That's really not a story. If the son jumped in, it would be a story.
Then he would be trapped and starve while the father watched helplessly.
See? That's a story.
I'm gonna see if I can get through here again. The industry took a lesson from Resident Evil 5. I think they just took a lesson from the fact that escort quests, especially games where, like, you had to keep them alive for long periods of time, nobody liked them. I think Dead Island would be one of the first real examples I can think of a game that did that kind of sort of. No, I don't think I can do shit to these yet. Yeah, whatever this is something I can't do anything with. Oh, you're just watching the episodes on YouTube. I'm a fair bit ahead of the YouTube episodes. I guess there's been plot, but it hasn't been much. So, I wouldn't worry too much about spoilers-ish. We still haven't gotten to the meat of things. It's kind of slow. We went to Alfheim. But yeah, if you're coming to my streams after only watching YouTube, generally you will be behind a little while. Let's see. Care to do a recap? So last time that we played, we more or less, I dicked around with side content for a while, and then finally went into that big bridge temple-looking thing. Which turns out to be where you warp between worlds, and the witch shows up and it's like, yeah, you need to go to Alfheim to recharge the warping mechanic. So get to it. I can't actually get up here. The lift is busted. I don't know how you're supposed to bring these lifts down. But so the witch is like, yeah, you gotta go recharge the Bifrost in Alfheim. Good luck! And sends you to Alfheim. And more or less, you, wander around Alfheim fighting a bunch of Dark Elves for a while. Before eventually recharging and, you could hear, your dead wife in there. I don't think I've been in that cave yet.
Got another story?
One more. There was a young man who was caught stealing and condemned to die. His mother came to visit his prison. She was a kind woman who could only give love. But her son, the thief, met her with rage and bit off her ear.
What? Why?
Because the boy had always been a thief, and his mother had taught him only love and nothing of consequences. Had he been taught discipline instead, he might have lived longer.
Sure, but her ear, that's not right.
Oh, we're listening to him breathe. Anyway, we've got Fafnir's Ravine. This is new. So we went to Alfheim and dicked around there for a while, fought a bunch of Dark Elves, eventually got to the light, found... I think the light is like the life stream, you know, where the dead go, I guess. Maybe? I'm not so great on the mythology, and I was kind of zonked.
We can beach over here.
Fafnir's storeroom. Alright. This will be interesting. Go to the light. Turns out the Dark Elves are choking it for some reason, not really sure why. Kratos pops into the light. Here's his dead wife. Wife from this one, not the previous games. And I guess he's in there for a while, because eventually Atreus pulls him out and is like, you know, you were in there for, like, a very long time. And there's, like, just mountains of corpses everywhere, and he's pissed off because you abandoned him again. And then you go kill the King of the Dark Elves, and that's pretty much it.
Nah.
Like, I'm being kind of flippant, but it is very story light right now. It's mostly just character driven. You know, kind of working on the relationship between Kratos and Atreus. Which I actually rather appreciate. And we now have the ability to make, like, light bridges and stuff. Which is kind of neat.
I know of a place that may contain some useful treasure. There's an abandoned temple in Midgard that a fellow dwarf converted to his personal storeroom. Packed it with all sorts of treasures he collected during his travels throughout the realms.
Throughout the realms? Which ones did he go to? What did he collect?
Fafnir was a, shall we say, aggressive collector of magical artifacts. The more he acquired, the more he desired. There was no realm too dangerous, no relic too hazardous. He once ventured deep into Niflheim for a whetstone of all things. Huh. I bet that was quite the whetstone.
Does this story have a point?
Yes, it does. I just happen to have an entry stone to Fafnir's storeroom. You might find something useful in there.
Neat. Thanks, Sindri.
You're very welcome. Oh, and if you find that whetstone, well, it sure would be nice of you to bring it to me. I'd advise caution if you're heading to the storeroom. Last I was there, all manner of nastiness had taken up residence.
Won't your friend be upset if we steal all the stuff?
Oh, no. No, not at all. He's dead. I think.
Oh.
No need to be sorry. These things happen when one travels from realm to realm, collecting priceless artifacts that don't belong to you.
Yay, more side content. Like I said, I really like doing side content first. Gives people kind of time to show up. And paces at the game a bunch. If any of you guys are watching my, my series and you're, like, going through the VODs, if you're watching this VOD after the stream, feel free to skip ahead past Fafnir's Ravine and focus on the plot stuff. Because I'm fairly certain this is just going to have side lore and whatnot. And it's probably better to stay caught up with the actual meat of the story than the side bits. Though, I have to admit,
Breathers.
Uh-oh. They must have gotten here first.
The side bits are actually my favorite part of this game so far. The areas tend to be better designed, less linear and stuff like that. Anyway, I totally forgot we gotta go back. One of Odin's eyes is floating around up above and we gotta go hit it. Also, there's this thing. I saw it, and then I wasn't really paying attention. You know, I'm gonna see if I can have Atreus shoot him down. Nope, too slow. Okay, I should probably go from this side.
Have you made it out of Fafnir's storeroom yet?
Yeah, I think I have to hit him with the axe. There we go. Yeah, timing those is always a little hard. For me, I kind of rely on the audio cues. I've noticed that in a lot of games recently. I've picked up that audio cues are actually almost more important than visual cues for enemy attacks. So if you're watching any of my Monster Hunter stuff, if I ever seem like I'm a little bit quiet, it's because I'm listening really hard for audio cues, I guess. Because there's so many of them, and like it's shocking how much you can like find and miss and whatever. As a result, ooh, that was a lot of hack silver. Okay, I should probably sit up in my chair.
Enemies ahead!
Above you, behind you, watch out! Ah! I'm glad nightmares have bigger hitboxes. Okay. There we go. Oop. But that didn't kill him. Oop. God, I love the ranged parry. It's so satisfying. Oh, that other guy's still alive. Didn't even notice. Boop.
I think I should be helping more.
I guess the other notable thing that I didn't quite cover in my recap is that Atreus is hitting the angsty phase.
Locked. Find another entrance.
He's hitting the angsty phase of their relationship together. So he is talking back to Kratos more, and Kratos is less patient with them. With luck, they'll go back to being actually nice to each other. Just because... Well, just because, but still. Ranged parry is pretty damn sweet. All of the parries in this game are pretty damn sweet. If parries in Dark Souls worked like parries in this, I think I'd use them more. They're pretty nice in Dark Souls, but they just never feel as, like, ish. Has Kratos hugged Atreus yet? No. I am waiting for the hug. Or at least the commiserative shoulder pat. Just anything. Go back and get the birdie. Was there another bird? No, there's an... I already got the bird in this area, unless there's another bird that I've missed. Guess I could have actually used that against my foes. Oh well. But yeah, this game absolutely nails, like, satisfying action combat in a really way. There's another bird. Really? Oh. There's more than another bird. Where's the last one?
There's something up there.
Oh. Oh, no. This would be so much easier with a keyboard and mouse. I really can't aim well with a PlayStation 4 controller. What the? Oh, right. There we go. Okay. Hey, Horn of Bloodmead. And apparently there's a bird up on, cliff somewhere. Oh yeah, there he is. Much lower down. He just kind of blends in with all the bloom and the fog. Okay, let's see. I really don't like aiming in console games. I'm just no good at it. I've never really played console shooters, and so not having to have perfect accuracy on 3 hits with a short time limit is rough. Do we have another goddamn bird? We got another goddamn bird going above.
Whoa.
Okay, so now I can just use this door. I really wish you could just keep the door open. Oh well. First try.
Another map. Bet we'll find something useful here. Looks like the Reavers made it inside. I hope they didn't take all the treasure.
So it looks like we've got several different pathways that we're gonna... bunch of different pathways. How big is this place? Fafnir's storeroom. Yeah, there were just straight up 5 Odin's ravens in here. At least we already found the Nornir chest, so it doesn't look like there's too much. Well. Ow. Fire. Oh, I love the fact that you can knock them over. By, like, hitting both of them. Oh, one of those is level 4. I think I'm gonna have to turn down the audio on my TV. This has got loud. Oh, what? Well, that was weird. I was trying to do the shield parry. It didn't trigger. Oh, and that was... well, whatever. Okay, yeah, I gotta turn this down. This got loud. I really wish that...
Just some stupid pots. And Draugr. No magical treasure. And no whetstone.
Keep your expectations low, boy, and you will never be disappointed.
Yeah. Keep your expectations low and you'll never be disappointed. That is actually one of my, I wouldn't say it's a motto necessarily, but I realized somewhere along the way that if I stop having high expectations for things, it'll make my life a lot easier. It worked. Mostly. I also find I'm luckier if I am hoping for nothing, which makes no sense. Okay, it's a short boss rush here. Gotcha. Give me a second. Come on. Dang it. What the? I'm not parrying. Oh! I know why I'm not parrying. Well, whatever. I'm pressing the wrong button for parrying. There we go. I was pressing the wrong button for the parry.
They caught you off guard.
I wasn't expecting them.
Exactly.
It was a spore when I realized I should keep my expectations low. Spore was definitely one of the most disappointing games I've ever gotten to. Played. I'm trying to think of other games that like got me really bad. Oh, Digimon World 4. It was kind of also really, really disappointing. It was fun, but it was not... It was a weird experiment.
Ready yourself.
Hello. Okay, well. Punching time. Like the beginning of Spore, the rest of it was meh. Well, it's because the beginning of Spore was like the part they spent almost the most amount of time on. I would love to see somebody take Spore and then make like an actually complete version of Spore. I'd be so happy. Okay, let's see if I can stun meter this guy. Oh, well, he's healing. His stun meter doesn't go up much. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Oh.
One more to go.
So that's how you interrupt them when they're healing, by the way. So you wonder if you ever considered being a completionist for a game. Yes, the last time I tried that, it went very poorly for me. I tried...
There's nothing but poison in this one, and the stupid bird statue.
And useful resources. The main reason we are here, boy. However, many of these chests have been emptied.
Probably by the Reavers. I hope they didn't take Cinder's whetstone.
Yeah, I tried 101%ing Hollow Knight, when it came out. And the last time I tried, well, not the last time. When I tried doing it, I got up to 99%, and then the game broke on me. And I could not progress further because of crippling lag issues. Which totally killed the idea of going, completionist for it. I might be compelled.
I have a good feeling about this next one. Maybe we'll even find the whetstone.
Remember what I told you about expectations, boy.
Keep them low. I remember. Still, good feeling.
I might be compelled to complete a lot of this, but like, it really depends on completionist, because I know the completionist usually plays on like maximum difficulty and stuff, and that's a little tougher for me. Because, like, ultimately, when it comes down to, when it comes to completionism in games, it's a lot tougher for me. Mainly because I've got so many other games that I wanna finish, so it's much more difficult to, it's much more difficult to, like, say, yes, I want to complete. Well, I guess he'll just kill her. There we go. It's much more difficult for me to, say, go, like, 100% platinum trophy and everything on a game. Because, like, this game, for example, it's gonna take 35 something hours to beat. Like, I am, what, 10 to 12 hours into this game at this point. And I've still got 20 hours left. The idea of putting in an extra 10 to 20 to make sure that every single one of these areas is 100%ed, that's rougher. It's much rougher. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, another game that would have been fun to go completionist on. Very, very long. And, like, I just can't do that. If I was Brown Man or a completionist, yeah, maybe. But I am Wanderbot, the guy that tries to play every game. At least some amount. And, like, starting this week, I've got 7 games coming out, and it's like, how do you even keep up with all of that? And the answer is by playing them as fast as possible. Or relatively as fast as possible. You done goofed! You done goofed! Honestly, I'm here to have a lot of fun.